Today I'm going to try to explain what it's like trust falling into a content creating career, how it's affected me, and the plans for the channel moving forward. So first off, I started full-time YouTube December 2021. I was very much on my last stand, and you may have been able to tell with the video I put out just as I was going full-time. I was burning myself out working a 45-hour-a-week job while still trying to put out a few videos every month. Which may not seem like a lot, but it takes me roughly 20 hours or more to edit each one of those full reviews you see. I saw promise in the channel, but my views were stagnated for a while, and I had to answer the question, can I make this my full-time career? I told you then that I needed a year to get that answer, and fortunately, it's been a resounding yes. While I did drain my savings a depressing amount in the first 6 months, we were able to turn things around just in time to pay taxes, something that I thought was virtually impossible. So thank you so much for letting this become a reality for me. And my appreciation, especially for the regular viewers, is not surface level because it's deeply important to the success of the channel. So the way that YouTube pushes videos out to people is based off of, are the channel's subscribers clicking on the video and are they watching it for a long time? If they are, then that video will be recommended to many people. If not, then oh, great heavens! This may make it sound kind of simple, but this concept really bullied me throughout the year. In my full-time announcement video, I was not lying when I said this decision made me the happiest that I've been in a long time. This was going to be the first time in so long where I could theoretically work normal hours, experiment with maybe some new videos, and just enjoy the ride. But I was wrong, extremely wrong. Reality confronted me like a poorly trained off-leash pit bull. I'm making $600 a month. I have debt, I have zero outside financial support, and my monthly expenses were roughly triple my income. Every flop of a video hurt, and every hateful, negative comment cut me, and I was just under more pressure to succeed than ever before. After a few months at it, I had a couple videos that produced impressive numbers, which I desperately needed, but that worsened my outlook. Quickly, I found my self-worth becoming tied into video performance, and in order to get more views, I had to post more. And in order to do that, I was back to working over 50 hours a week. And the shitty thing is that that worked. People would always tell me to ease up, but they don't realize how dependent my success was on my output. And please do not take this as me complaining about what I do. I love what I do. I'm just scared to lose it. If I slow down, there's 30 other tall white dudes with bad style who want exactly what I want. And they deserve it just as much as I do. Quality, effort, and consistency is what will help me stand apart. In March, I decided to reward myself for improving performance and a healthy tax return by taking my Mustang, which has been modified for drifting, across the country in what ended up being the worst financial decision of my life by far. It cost me around $3,500, excluding the consequential Mustang repairs after the fact. And for the reasons that I explained earlier, it actually hurt the releases of my other videos because my usual subscribers just did not watch the series. However, if given the chance to do it again, I would take it up in a heartbeat. The series itself turned out exactly, if not better, than what I had imagined. And I got to meet up with some cool people and old friends that just made it all worth it. I think that helped me become a slightly more hopeful person. I really got to see what all was out there and how much more there is than just Central Indiana and Subarus. And it actually allowed me to take myself less seriously. In the past, I really thought that everything I had to do, for the most part, really had to be a full review, all of the, super crispy shots, the details, but I was kind of forgetting that maybe not everyone always wants that. So I started doing 5 reasons why videos, where I basically just condense my full reviews into something that's 8 to 10 minutes and use all the same cool insert shots, but It allows a much more streamlined process for editing. And it really bumped my numbers up, probably saved the channel. Overall, going full-time turned out to be absolutely necessary, at least for the channel. Moving forward, I'm going to really try to appreciate not having a boss, move past the past, and also appreciate that I'm making videos and driving cars, two of the things I love the most. I'm also trying to look less and less at my analytics and comments just to keep me sane. So after a year, those are my thoughts and impressions on doing YouTube full time. Now let's get into the channel's plans. First, I want to get a hold of more press cars. I got one for the first time in August. So in order to help me do that, I actually joined the Midwest Automotive Media Association, or MAMA, which is a cool collective of car reviewers, journalists, and PR people that will help me gain a connection with the staff from Honda or Kia or any of the brands that I don't have access to now. And hopefully make me a better car reviewer too. I also want to upgrade my Patreon game. What I think I'm going to do is add a podcast here this month. No editing, just my thoughts. Maybe in the future I'll have a guest or something. If you're already a Patreon subscriber, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You will not have to pay more for the podcast. It's gonna be on all of the tiers. Now the next thing for the channel in 2023, if we can kill the game here, I want to buy a long-term review car, like a brand new car. It can be something special, quirky, or just relevant. It will, one, be a great way for me to have a new car for once in my life, not something with, an absurd amount of miles. But I also think it would be a great way to pull in more subscribers and provide some really interesting kind of niche content too, for fans of whatever that particular car is. I feel pretty strongly about some of the cars that I'm considering here, but definitely feel free to leave me with your own choice for a car that's under $40,000. Right now I'm averaging between 400,000 and 500,000 views a month. If I can double that again, I am moving to Los Angeles, up near the mountains. Not because it will be better for the channel, it may actually make things a little bit more tricky, but because it's beautiful. There's so much to do, and I think life is just a little bit too short to not live somewhere that you love if you can afford to do so. Moving past 2023, my next main goal would be to buy a garage and a piece of land and basically make my own test facility. And if things keep growing exponentially from there, I would love to make a racetrack.
I'd like to let enthusiasts drive their car or my own on the track for a super low price and use the channel, sponsors, or merch to fund it. This track would also let me test my own review cars more thoroughly. Ideally, I'd be buying my test units so that I don't need to think about what is in the press fleet. The next step would be an additional torture test for some new models. I'm talking push the thing until it mechanically taps out. I'd much rather blow money doing cool shenanigans like that than buy an opulent house. So I assure you, if the channel can afford it, I will be impulsive. This plan seems nearly impossible to execute and feels like a pipe dream, but my current position was a distant fantasy to me a few years ago, so who knows? A goal more befitting of the realistic name would be to post less often. I want to have enough regular viewers that I can invest more time into each video rather than trying to make 2 a week.
Anyway, as I said earlier, what I'm really gonna try to do is be happy where I'm at, appreciate what's around me, and enjoy the ride. I know I said that last year, but I mean it more than ever now. I'll tell you how this all goes in January 2024. Happy New Year's, and thanks for watching, and thank you for these opportunities. I'll catch you in the next one.